And welcome back. I'm Ryan Jay, the host of Artbeat on the Morning Blend. Today, a classic masterpiece that was the first produced Broadway play written by a black woman. The Tony Award-winning A Raisin in the Sun spotlights the Younger family as they struggle to dream big while enduring discrimination and economic hardship in Chicago's South Side. Here to tell us all about the upcoming Milwaukee Chamber Theater production are the show's stars Olivia Dawson and Paulina Lule. Welcome to the Morning Blend.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So glad to have you here, and I'm so excited about this show. It's a beloved classic, but Olivia, the themes are still very relevant today. How does it relate to today's world?
Yeah, one of the beautiful things about Lorraine Hansberry's play is that she was very specific in her writing. It's about this African-American family. They're set in the South Side of Chicago, and they all have their dreams. Each have a separate dream, and how do those dreams collide? How do you make those dreams come true? How does society interfere with those dreams? And all of that is very relevant for today because every family has dreams. Everybody has something that they want to aspire to.
And every family has drama. Right?
Yes.
This is a family drama that really centers on the drama with the matriarchs. You each play a matriarch in a different way in the show. Can you both speak to your role in the show and how that plays into it, the drama as well? Paulina?
Certainly. I play Ruth. Ruth is married to Walter, who is Mama's son. And as me and Olivia were talking about it a little bit earlier, Ruth is sort of the bridge between the generations in the family. She's the person that sort of creates the link between Walter and Mama when they're struggling, between Walter and Travis when they're struggling, between Mama and Benitha, Benitha is Walter's sister. So Ruth really is there to sort of bridge the gap between all of the generations in the family.
Yeah, and I play Lena Younger, who is Mama, we talk about Mama being the glue. The only thing that she wants is to love her family and to make sure that they stay together so that they can go forward together towards the future. She's the glue.
And Milwaukee Chamber Theater has been using this show as an opportunity to spotlight the housing situation here in Milwaukee. In what way does this show talk about housing and relate to that? And here in Milwaukee, how does it relate and also across the U.S.?
I think in several ways. So when you think about what happens in the show, when the Youngers are waiting for this insurance check, and it's a large sum of money. That's something it's a huge windfall, something that they would never be able to like save for or anything like that. And because of that, they're able to purchase a house. And I think that speaks to a lot of folks these days who are struggling to come up with the down payments for houses because the cost of housing is getting to be so much, and you sort of either need some sort of windfall or some sort of safety net to be able to save the funds to create the down payment for a house. And then the other thing that happens is, when they buy a house in a predominantly white neighborhood and then receive pushback from that neighborhood as far as like a black family moving into a predominantly white neighborhood. And that really speaks to what I still feel is an issue in Milwaukee, where our neighborhoods are highly segregated. And sort of this cross-pollination of different people of different racial backgrounds into different neighborhoods is still a rarity. It's still more an exception than a rule. So I think regardless of what the barriers are today, as opposed to in the 50s, that is still an issue that's highly relevant today.
Milwaukee Chamber Theater also does amazing community events for all of their shows. There are talkbacks, there's the Here to Play, which if you look at the website, milwaukeechambertheater.org, you can see for each show they do that at a different place in the community and give an advanced look at the show. This one is doing something extra special for A Raisin in the Sun. It's going to be on May 8th, which is the preview night, your pseudo-opening night, and it features Milwaukee Chamber Theater's third annual Legacy Night. What is that?
Oh, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, so Legacy Night is an opportunity for Milwaukee Chamber Theater to invite African-American folks in Milwaukee to come out to the theater. It's kind of a nod to Broadway's Blackout Nights, where, predominantly black audiences would go to see a show. And I think it's really fitting to do so for A Raisin in the Sun, seeing that it's a black show. And this year we're partnering with Copyright to bring folks out to the show on May 8th.
That's really great. I think it's a very important thing to help to get people in the Black community out to the theaters. We don't see that across theaters. Milwaukee Chamber Theater is also back at the Cabot Theater stage for the first time after a many-year hiatus. How does that space really help propel the show forward?
It's a larger space, so we can accommodate more people, of course, but it seems so intimate, actually, despite the size of it. And it's, like I said, it's just Lorraine Hansberry's words are, they're just classic. And just to be able to be on that stage and to fill that space with those words and talk about dreams and how do we, you know, move forward, it's just going to be an amazing experience.
It really is. That's the gorgeous auditorium where Skylight Music Theater usually does their productions. And so I think it's going to be really, really beautiful. Lastly, why do you think audiences are going to enjoy coming out to see this show at this time?
I think you're going to see a lot of Milwaukee artists here.
Yeah.
You know, there's this misconception that there aren't a lot of African American artists here, but there are so many wonderful actors in this town, and they're in our show. Many of them are in our show, and it's a chance to come out and see your own.
Yes. Dimonte is a big star also in this production.
Absolutely.
So great. Olivia and Paulina, thank you so much. I cannot wait. I was so excited when Brent Hazelton announced this show for this season. I swelled with delight. So thank you so much for joining us here today. And Milwaukee Chamber Theater's production of A Raisin in the Sun opens Friday, May 8th. That's the preview night. Opening night is the 9th. And it runs through the 24th on the Cabot Theater stage at downtown's Broadway Theater Center. For tickets, visit MilwaukeeChamberTheater.org and use code RAISIN20 for 20% off tickets to the first 2 weeks of performances.